One of the things that we often hear from organizational leaders is that the people that make up their organizations, whether it's their church, their ministry, or their business, these folks have tremendous access to individuals who are not yet following God, but are genuinely curious about spirituality, about the faith, and they have a lot of really hard questions about all of those things. And oftentimes, these individuals, their attempts to share their faith in those spaces has fallen flat. Some of the attempts that people make often are they want to invite their friend to church, they want to invite their friend to a ministry event or an evangelistic event. And more these days, that's just not the starting point for most folks that are genuinely seeking out answers to really complicated and really hard questions. And so what ends up happening is that we just stop. We stop having spiritual conversations. We stop sharing our faith. We stop inviting. We don't want to lose our relationships. We don't want to jeopardize what God has already given to us. It's a very important relationship to us. And so we shrink back often. And we understand that. What we've done at Exponent Group is we've designed an equipping process for your organization to begin to instill a culture of healthy, reproducing disciple making in ways that align with the natural flows of existing relationships. What we have found is that by helping people in our organizations cultivate healthy daily prayer practices that will sustain them in their life and in their ministry, that as a foundation, and then giving them the skills to pay attention to their existing conversations that they're already having. They're already in these relationships. How do you actually then move from having a normal conversation to a spiritual conversation with the folks that you're already walking in life with? So we teach people how to do that, how to pay attention, how to listen more carefully so that then they can invite people to explore what God might be saying to them and begin to read scripture in such a way that is a non-threatening experience for everyone involved. We want to eliminate the barrier of the awkward. And so we train these teams of people to cultivate their prayer practices, have spiritual conversations among their existing relationships, and then begin to read scripture, invite people to read scripture with them in a discovery-oriented way, so that their friends can begin to wrestle with their questions by evaluating what God has to say about them in His Word. Now, our coaches work with your organization over a long period of time to help make sure that as people are learning new skills and they're beginning to put those into practice, they're going to run into problems. So our coaches stick around long enough to help shape up those new ministry muscles with the people that are making up your organization. We're really excited about what we've seen, the impact that we've seen of a number of people coming to faith and beginning to share that with others. So we're seeing reproduction on that. It's been an exciting journey, and we're excited to have a conversation with you about how this process might begin to help you and your organization reproduce healthy disciple makers where you already have existing relationships.